The rich understand the difference between assets and liabilities. This is the core of the book, the heartbeat of wealth building. Rich Dad explained that an asset is something that puts money into your pocket. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. Simple. Yet most people get it wrong. Your house? Most people think it's an asset. But if it doesn't put money in your pocket, it's a liability. Your car? Liability. Your expensive phone? Liability. Now think of assets Rich Dad loved. Businesses, real estate that generates rent, investments that grow, royalties, stocks, intellectual property. These things continue to make money without you working. This distinction between assets and liabilities is what separates the wealthy from everyone else. Poor Dad said, "Work hard, get a good job, buy a nice house." Rich Dad said, "Build assets, make money work for you." The rat race. Imagine waking up every day, rushing to work, earning a salary, paying bills, loans, credit cards, EMIs, and repeating it every month. You get a raise, you upgrade your lifestyle, you buy a newer phone, nicer car, bigger house. Your expenses rise, so you have to work harder. This endless cycle is what Rich Dad called the rat race. Robert saw his poor dad trapped inside it, a respected teacher, working endlessly, but always broke. Rich Dad refused to live that way. He built businesses and assets so money flowed even while he slept. Financial education, what schools don't teach. Poor Dad believed in education, but only traditional education. School, college, degrees. But school teaches you how to become an employee, not how to become financially free. Rich Dad believed in financial education, how money works, how to invest, how to read financial statements, how businesses make profits, how taxes work, how to manage risk, how to build assets. This is the knowledge that creates wealth. Robert learned that it's not how much money you make that matters, it's how much you keep. A person earning $5,000 per month could be poorer than someone earning $2,000 if they have no financial education. Why the rich pay less taxes. Another shocking lesson. Poor Dad believed paying taxes was a duty. Rich Dad believed taxes punished the middle class, but rewarded the financially clever. Employees get taxed first, spend later. Business owners spend first, get taxed later on what remains. Investors get special tax benefits. Corporations get deductions. Assets grow tax-free in many cases. Robert learned that the rich don't avoid taxes illegally, they simply understand the rules better. The power of the mindset. Poor Dad always said, "I can't afford that." Rich Dad always said, "How can I afford that?" Do you see the difference? One shuts down possibilities. The other opens the mind to creativity. Rich Dad believed the most powerful asset is your mind. Train it well, and it can create unlimited wealth. Limit it, and you stay where you are. Fear, laziness, poor habits, excuses. These are mental obstacles that stop people from becoming rich. Taking risks versus playing safe. Poor Dad believed risks were dangerous. He believed in safety, job security, and stability. Rich Dad believed risks were essential. He believed mistakes were opportunities to learn. He believed fear kept people poor. Most people never start a business because they're afraid. Most people never invest because they're afraid. Most people never grow because they're afraid. Robert learned that the biggest risk was not taking risks at all. The importance of sales skills. Rich Dad told Robert something surprising. If you want to be rich, you must learn to sell. Whether it's selling products, ideas, your skills, or your vision, sales is everywhere. Good communication, persuasion, negotiation. These skills open doors that degrees never will. Poor Dad was educated but uncomfortable with selling. Rich Dad became rich because he could communicate value. Work to learn, not to earn. Robert once asked Rich Dad, "What job should I take?" Rich Dad said, "Take the job that teaches you the skills you need, not the job that pays the most." This is the opposite of what most people do. Poor Dad told him to find secure, high-paying jobs. Rich Dad told him to learn accounting, marketing, investing, law, and management, skills that would help him build businesses and assets later. The journey to financial freedom. Throughout his teenage years, Robert would spend weekends learning from Rich Dad. He watched how businesses ran, how investments grew, how money flowed. He learned to read financial statements. He learned how to spot opportunities. He learned how to create systems where money worked harder than people. By the time he became an adult, he was financially intelligent, something school never taught him. Over time, he built businesses, invested in real estate, and eventually wrote the book that shook the world, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Thanks for watching, and subscribe to this channel to get more videos like this.